Hello and welcome to Finance World, where today we'll be looking at some elementary algebra. Well, in the first place, why do we need algebra? Algebra is needed such that we can reduce verbose problems into simpler problems. What we can then do is introduce variables which can be independent and dependent of each other. Let's look at a real-life example of this. Let's consider us going into a supermarket and we pick up 2 apples into our basket. What we have done is an apple plus another apple, which is just 2 apples. Let's simplify this and call this 2a, where the number 2 is just a numerical coefficient for counting and a is just, well, short for apples. We're just lazy like that in the maths world. Suppose you then have 3 bananas and added them to your basket. Well, that means in total you now have 2 apples and 3 bananas, which is 2a plus 3b. Let's call this a bundle. And now for each bundle, you need to pick up 3 lots of these. Well, whoever you're picking them up for. Now you have in total 3 lots of 2a plus 3b. You could expand this out, so you have 6a plus 9b, if you wish. And then, you think, why is this even useful? Well, let's put it this way. If you knew the cost of your apples and your bananas, you can calculate the cost of each bundle. And in turn, you can calculate the total cost of all 3 bundles put together. Suppose the supermarket that you're in now prices apples at 30 pence and bananas at 20 pence. That means each bundle will cost you a total of 120 pence, or £1.20. That means if you picked up all 3 bundles, it would only cost you £3.60. It's actually pretty cheap for that fruit, you know. If you shopped at some fancier supermarkets, they could get a little bit more expensive, or if you bought organic fruit. Well, what we're going to look at is, from here, we would like to see how we can turn more verbose problems into simpler problems. We'll look at solving linear equations with only 1 variable. We'll then look at solving linear equations with 2 variables. It's also known as solving a simultaneous equation. We'll then look at quadratics to follow and then some exponentials and logarithms in the world of algebra. What I'd like to also introduce you simultaneously is to look at things in a geometry perspective. So we can look at equations displayed in a graphical format. What this then allows a user to do is look at any relationships that may appear between 2 variables. And we can expand on that and look at shapes, the angles, and most importantly trigonometry. It's a very important concept in the world of mathematics. And I'd like to also introduce you to calculus. We'll derive a lot of calculus from first principles, and we'll also have a look at infinitesimal calculus. Or, that just sounds a little bit fancy, it's actually just calculus to us layman people. Well, if you like the content or would like to see the content, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about the content I've just delivered, please leave a comment down below, and then we can discuss this further.